Hello there, and thanks for clicking on this video. As you can see by title, today we are going to talk about the first two episodes of Suits LA. And yeah, I'm very eager to do this because I still don't understand why this show exists. You have the cast of the OG there. I took a look at their Wikipedia, and most of them are not that busy. So I bet that they would have been down for some, just maybe a limited 10 episodes thing, or like a spin-off or a sequel. Like, you could have done so much with the old cast because they're not old. They're still in their prime. They still all look great. They had such good charisma, and they've been making interviews with each other like in the last few years after the popularity of Suits came back. Like, they got very popular few years ago on Netflix, and you know, I've seen like the cast like doing commercials, and they still have the chemistry. I still think that if you wanted to make something, you should have just brought them back, like not start from scratch. Yes, you could have started first from scratch, and you did, and it sucks. I think you could have done that correctly, I guess, with the whole new cast. But whatever this is, UCLA, it's not it. It's just not it. And yeah, actually, let's go right into it. I made this very cute presentation on the first episodes. Unfortunately, StreamYard decided not to go with my layout, but that's okay because, I mean, doesn't matter. But yeah, the first episode, but in general, my thoughts on the show. Let's go. I mean, you have these four main guys, right? You have Black, and you have I forgot her name, Erica, and Rick, I think, and I don't know the name of this guy, but these guys have no chemistry whatsoever. The relationship between them, they were not established as well as the OG did, and yeah, everything feels like they're just modes, I guess, of, they're just like your average lawyer character in media nowadays. Not even nowadays, but in general, they're just like the background characters of like a better show, because none of these guys like pops out. Like, none of them, like, how to say it, I forgot English again. But like, nobody like comes forward with their energy and with their charisma. Like, they're all just really like meh, like just nothing. I don't feel anything when I see them on screen. When Harvey came in that first scene, you see him in the OG Suits, he dominates. And we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about the first episode of Suits OG later. You can actually see it in the timestamps probably. And you can just skip to that because it's more interesting. But he dominates. And these guys, like, I do think that they're decent actors, but none of them really pops up like the lead character. It should be Ted Black, right? But Ted Black is not a leading character. I mean, he doesn't have the aura. Maybe if the script was different, I don't know, but he just seems tired and like not interested in this. And I don't get it because, I mean, he was very beloved in Archer, I think was the show from CW, and I've never seen it. But I can believe that he's a decent actor. I think that all of them are, but the script is just very weak, and there is absolutely no charisma between any of these guys. Nothing. Oh, okay. So episode 1, let's go real quick through it. So the biggest criticism that I've seen for the show, and I agree with it, there was so much background information about Ted Black in the first episode. Like, I was so lost. Like, what are we watching? Like, we were watching this flashbacks to 2010, like where his dad passed away. Like, he had this big case, whatever. And I mean, these are all good things, like, why is he the way he is, I guess, but it's just way too soon for all of that. Like, you cramped up so much information. I was so lost during the whole time. I'm like, what is going on? Like, he has his brother that passed away, but he's seeing him, which I guess, yeah, it was a cute scene, but still, that was so much too quick. Like, Suits LA seems like a very overly dramatic drama. Like, the OG Suits was lighthearted, it had humor, like it was just a simple story. And here, like, it got, yeah, like very dark, I guess, and not in the style of Suits at all. And obviously, I don't want a copy of Suits, but just this first episode was too much, was way too much, way too soon, very confused. You tried to, I guess, copy Harvey's story, but you really failed. Like, Harvey was talking about his family from time to time, so you had hints at why is he like that, and you're intrigued. But here they're just like throwing everything at you, and there's, I guess, they're hoping that you sympathize with this character. I don't know what's going. I'm really confused. So the other thing is no chemistry, as I said. They're really just rehashing old stories, and as I said before, the relationship between these guys is not established. Like, why do they love each other? Why do they hate each other? How did they come up to be? I guess that's also a bit too soon for that. But in the OG, I'm sorry, I have to compare it. You call it Suits. You need to compare, obviously. Um, in the OG Suits, you had, I just rewatched it yesterday. You had, I forgot her name again. But Harvey's boss, the lady, the big strong lady. You had their relationship described in like one scene. You had the backstory of them, how they met, like that she put him through law school. Like, you had that established, and why Harvey is still there, and why they're respecting so much each other, right? And here you have nothing like that. You just have, you're supposed to know why these people are together, but you don't really. I'm Yeah, there's nothing. This guy Ted Black and the other guy, the redhead, they're supposed to be partners, right? But obviously, the guy betrayed Ted Black. But what is their relationship even? Like, I you don't get that. And these two are supposed to be like the the ground for this show, because they're the two main characters, I would say. And then you have Erica. I'm sorry, but Erica is just your average boss babe, want to prove myself girl. She did not show anything to be a leading lady. I don't, yeah, she's way too young. Yeah, I don't, there's nothing for me there to like her yet. Maybe in the other episodes, but they just threw her at us and like, okay, go. And Rick Dodson, I think, I don't know why I remembered his name, but yeah, he's kind of useless. I guess he's like the Mike of the show, but I'm sorry, dude. Like, no charisma, like no chemistry with Ted Black, with Erica, nothing. Yeah, he's kind of like Mike, like wanting to do good in the proper way, like not go behind backs and stuff. But as I said, they're just repeating the same old stories and personalities. So episode 2, it's not, definitely not an improvement. And I've noticed, like, women really took over this show, and it was expected because it's 2025. You still have like ladies leading everything. Like, you have a suspicious amount of women. I know some people are going to roll their eyes and be like, what the hell are you saying? But I'm telling you, like, every woman in this show seems like they're smarter and better than the guys. I mean, this lady, I don't know her name, the blonde one, like, she's talking down to Ted, like, you're just dumb and I'm just like so good and like superior and like doing my own shit and you're like nothing. I definitely see that way, like, too much. I don't like it at all, because this is your main character. Do you think that Harvey Specter would have let you talk like this to him? Like, no. And then Erica and her assistant or whatever, yeah, it's cute, but I don't know, like, too much. It's not necessary. too early for all these characters. And then there was this very dumb scene where these two guys, like Ted Black and his friend from New York, like they were literally screaming in the hallway, if the person that they're protecting, that apparently killed someone or whatever, they're literally screaming in the hallway if he's a murderer in the hallway. Like, this is so stupid. Like, Harvey Specter would have never done this. Like, what are you doing? Like, the characters are so dumb in this show. It's really insane, and all of them have such huge ego without anything to back it up. You know, you had Louis Litt, who in the first episode, yes, we saw he's an asshole, like he's very mean, but he has the highest billables, so I guess he's the highest paid lawyer. Like, he's the person that brings more the biggest amounts, financial amounts to the firm. So you see, like, his ego is not without like backup. Like, he's Louis Litt, you know that. Um, you know, Harvey, obviously he's a show off, but he always goes and lands the deals. You know, and Jessica was her name. Jessica, I mean, we are going to find out later about her, but still, you know that Jessica, like, you can see she's worth her weight. I think that's a good phrase. You can see that, like, she's very quiet, very drawn back, doesn't say too much. And then here in this show, we have all the girls, all the women, like, just blabbing without a stop for whatever, no, like, yeah, they just don't have, yeah, they don't worth their weight. I guess I can put it that way. The show is really confusing me. Like, you see, I cannot even express myself properly. So in comparison, the first episode, I'm not even talking about the first season. The first episode of the OG Suits was just about more than an hour, and we got so much in it, but without it being overwhelming. You know, in the first episode of Suits LA, I also said we had a lot of information, but it was very overwhelming and its place was not there. But in this episode, we did get a lot of development, but without it being overwhelming. Like, we got introduced to the main characters, which is the most important thing. Like, you have to introduce the main characters. Like, the side characters, not interesting. They're there to support the main cast, right? So you had Mike and you had Harvey, the heart of this first episode. Their chemistry, their relationship was there. Everything was great, smart, fast, witty. It was amazing. And another thing is, someone commented on my video about Suits LA that I guess that the age of the new cast seems off, and I can see that now because they seem like way younger than the people in the OG Suits. Like, the OG Suits had cast that was a bit older, you know, like adult. And I mean, Jessica is like in her 50s, almost 50s, and you would assume that people like her, like people like Louis Litt, like almost 50, I guess 40 something, and the others that you saw in the first episode, like, they're laid back, they're adult, you know, they're not like some energetic wannabes like Erica, you know. Yeah, even like Rachel, like, she's, I don't know how to say it, like, laid back, like, chill. Like, she also wants to improve, like, to prove herself, but through work, and not just like walking around and saying, "Oh, I'm so good." Like, she knows she's good, and she's proving that every day through her work. Because a lot of, like, the thing about the women in Suits LA, like, you always had lines where the male characters are like, "Oh yeah, she's great, she's fantastic, she's that." Like, stop. Like, you have to prove that. You just cannot just say it and we're supposed to believe you, because I'm sorry, but Erica is not that good. Like, it just is. And in these two first episodes in Suits LA, they're just kind of overly dramatic. The humor, even if they try to be kind of witty, it's just not landing. And here in the first episode of the OG Suits, you have everything. Like, you have the drama, you have the wit, you have the humor. It's amazing, and it's simple. I think that's why it's so great. It's simple. You have a guy running from the cops, lying to the other guy. The other guy hires him because he's so cool, and that's it. Like, it's simple. It's really simple. And then in now in Suits LA, like, it's way like overly dramatic, like too much history. It's too much. Um, yeah, and as I wrote here, you get all the relationship dynamics. You have, as I said, Louis Litt. Like, we don't know too much about, like, we know almost nothing about him, about Louis Litt, but we already know enough to so we can see what his relationship to Jessica and to Harvey is. We definitely know who Harvey is. We know who Mike is. Jessica, we still actually don't know too much about her, and Rachel. And this is the main, like, you have this main five, but especially Mike and Harvey, and everything is around, evolves around these two, Mike and Harvey. Well, in this new show, it's everyone is doing something, and it's just way too much. It's just not well made. I'm sorry, guys. So that first episode of Suits, the OG Suits, was just so good. Like, Harvey walks in the scene, he's dominating, he's great, he's charismatic, and you can see why he's in the show and why, why he's written like that. And yeah, he's amazing. I really have no arguments. It's just so good. Like, he walks in, he dominates. You know who he is. You know why he has this office. You know why he is so successful. You get it. Well, Ted Black, it's just like, you're okay. Ted Black, great for you. So the future of this, I'm definitely watching this more. I really want to see Harvey back in this. I want to see how like. It would be so interesting to see Tad Black and Harvey Specter next to each other, because you're definitely going to, find out. Like, you're definitely going to see the differences between the two, or maybe, Harvey's going to help elevate Tad Black. Like, it can happen. And spoilers, as far as I know, Mike is also going to return. I don't know in how many episodes, if it's just a scene. I have no idea. But yeah, I don't think that bringing back all the OG characters is going to help this show. But obviously, you can always fix it. It's not that difficult. It's not that difficult to make the show better, because I don't think that the actors are bad. I think they're decent, but the script is very weak. The character developments, the personalities are weak. There's nothing that exciting about them, and yeah, I definitely think you can do something with it. And I'm definitely excited to see Harvey back and Mike back, but you should have just given them their own show. I don't get it. So let's real quick go to Rotten Tomatoes and see now, after a few weeks have gone by. Yeah, okay, it's still bad. As you can see here, you still have the critic score and the audience score, 38. Oh no, wait. Oh, this is average. Oh, so it's just top critics. It's 21. All critics 39. Oh, okay, fair. That is crazy. That is really crazy. That is very low. And not many people have actually reviewed this on Rotten Tomatoes, but actually I think something more exciting is to go on Twitter and look at at what the real people have actually said, because yeah, I don't really trust Rotten Tomatoes too much, but they are some kind of like indicator of if this is good. So here you have some person 12 hours ago. This show sucks. Bring back Harvey Specter ASAP, or it will die a quick death. The acting is horrific. They're really trying to mimic voice inflections of the old Suits characters, copying and pasting all storylines and insert to a new series name. Exactly. I definitely agree. This is so bad. Every interaction is horrible. Attempt at witty banter. Legit feels like a TikTok parody of the original Suits. Zero character development. Zero idea what's going on. Feel like I started mid-season. Exactly. Who are these people exactly? It's stupid. Is this the pilot episode or episode 3? It feels like they threw all these characters at us without any introduction. Expect us to understand their current storylines they're involved in. I'm trying so hard to like this, but it's giving rushed production. Exactly. Actually, let's go to the latest ones that have seen episode 2. Um, let's see what people are saying. Okay, Suits LA lacks in charms that Suits had, neither does it have the unique running plot point. Exactly. They don't have that Mike, that fake lawyer arc, and I think that was like a big hook for everyone. Or good character dynamics or perfect magnetic acting, and even reuses the opening credits. That is true. No Harvey, no Suits. Um, let's see. Okay, this is something. Suits LA. Okay, people are liking Erica, which I can understand, but I don't think that there's anything special to her. I think she's just your average wannabe character. Um, okay, so they're not giving on Suits LA, which I'm not giving up as well because I really want to see Harvey. Um, Suits LA is mid, but it's definitely the type of mid I could get behind. Okay, I can understand that. Let's see. Okay. Um, okay, yeah. Suits LA is so buddy, I'm mad as fuck. I have done got hyped for nothing. It's not English, but let's go back to the top ones because here you're just having a bunch of funny reviews. Okay, so watching Suits LA for the plot, yes, she's definitely very pretty. Okay. Let's see if okay. So someone is saying Suits LA isn't that bad. I could make it only through the first 5 minutes. This is abomination. No. Suits LA shows promise. The pilot felt a bit uneven, but the drama is there. John Amos was a standout. Loved seeing him guide Stephen Amell's character, and that final twist hit hard. Yeah, it was cute. It is, but it's not for a pilot. Like, yeah, this is not how you do a pilot. Yeah, Victoria Justice in it. I like her. Let's see if there's some more recent. Okay. In other news, the new Suits LA show is absolute fucking garbage. It's like a USC film sophomore midterm project. The producers either put in no effort or operated off 2 hours of sleep and 3 separate lobotomies. A genuine suit to any OG fans and anybody from LA. Oh yeah, what I wanted to say. Okay, so people are mostly negative, but there's some people that are liking this. But I wanted to say another thing that I'm missing in this is that New York, the city, was kind of a character on its own in this show. How some people are saying that Gotham, Gotham City, is a character in Batman. I think that New York is also a character in its own in Suits, and in Suits LA. Yeah, you're just basically walking in some offices. They're not really showing you LA. I mean, LA is kind of a shithole right now, I bet. But in general, you can still like it's a fairy tale. It doesn't have to be true, right? But I'm definitely missing this. The New York vibe of it. And you can have an LA vibe of it, but there is no vibe of any kind in this show. But yeah, guys, thank you for watching this. I'm sorry my video quality is bad right now. Not that I've ever had the best quality, but right now it's worse than usual because my laptop is not working, so I'm on a different one that's worse, but that's okay. I mean, I will get it back at some point, and yeah, I just hope the audio quality is good because I think that's the most important thing. And do let me know down below, how are you feeling about UTLA? Are you keep are you going to keep on watching, or are you done with it? I would definitely keep on watching because I want to see Harvey back, and maybe they elevate each other and the show gets good, but I doubt. But let's see. Thank you so much for checking out this video, and I'll see you next one. And as always, may the force be with you.